Is it working yet? Hi. How are you guys?
Can you see and hear?
Can you hear us?
Can you see and hear us?
Let us know how it's working on your end.
There's always a little delay.
Yep.
Hi.
Just checking out what you guys have been saying.
Okay.
Oh, good. Awesome. So how's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Everybody.
Don't sing. It's YouTube.
I love your looks today.
Thank you. Everyone doing amazing? That's great.
Awesome. Where have y'all been?
Dealing with some heavy-duty integrations. What about you guys?
Yep.
Right? Flavia's hair looks very long.
Right?
Because it's straight today.
Yeah. The last lives I curled it.
Yeah.
You're left out the curled.
No.
Oh.
You're sounding just a little bit southern.
I don't know what's happening.
These days? But
Yeah.
you know.
Why is that? Doing good. Hey.
Yeah. The integrations aren't all that pleasant most of the time.
Yeah.
My God, I can't deal with how those lights make my eyes
Mine
red.
too.
You know, every time I'm on camera. But I've been here for a while because I was doing sessions, and now you just started. So give it a few minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Video is blank. Try refreshing the page.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Oh my God, I'm so self-conscious about my accent today.
You're doing great. Don't worry about it.
What's your necklace? Any?
Mine,
Shungite?
it's a shungite representing the feminine with copper that I made.
Yeah. Feeling very annoyed lately. Not fun.
Who?
David. Yeah.
Happens.
What's everyone being munching on lately? Our favorite drinks. I have been drinking a lot of kombucha.
Yeah, lately we have.
Yeah.
We finally found one that we like.
Yeah. First experiences were terrible.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
It's a little, it's an acquired taste, I guess.
Yeah. Definitely heavy duty integrations for me too, but doing okay for the most part.
Yeah. It's good to just give yourself some time. I've been learning a lot with that because lately it's not like my body have been giving me any other option, to be honest. For the past year, it's like, okay, you're not going to take a break. It's fine. We're going to keep going. And the last, what was that?
Did you hear that too?
Yep.
I don't know.
So anyhow, the last few days is like, months, the last 3 months, I'll say. It's like my body's demanding attention. So, do you know the kombucha girl meme? Yep.
No.
It's like, is it the one that she doesn't know if she likes it or not? It's like, ugh. And
yeah.
That's okay.
I saw it on the Mystical Morning. Yeah. I'm either sleeping, super high vibing, or losing my shit.
Yep. Basically, that's the 3 moods.
Yeah. Love kombucha. Oh my God, it's scrolling fast.
Yeah, it scrolls out of nowhere.
Yeah. Not enough water here. I have those times too. I need to remind myself of drinking.
It's very important.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's my drink of choice. It's water.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important.
Fasting for the next 8 more days.
Oh Lord, why?
Great painting.
Thank you.
Am I the only one that can't see or hear the video?
I think so.
If someone can please type in the chat that she needs to refresh the page.
Yes. Yolanda?
Yeah. She can't hear us. We said it before, but she can't hear. I tried OJ CBD. Whoever recommended that, very helpful.
Really? I've been
Yeah.
experimenting with CBD too. And it's the only thing that cut through the pain that I was feeling in my body. So I'm very grateful for it.
Yeah. It's been interesting.
Yeah.
Lots of clearing going on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Love to know your kombucha recipe. We buy it.
Yeah, we just buy one that is ready
Yeah.
to consume because it's just too much work.
Yeah.
To feed the kombucha and everything. And
no. We can barely keep the plants
we have,
alive.
right? We have the raspberry kind.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have Captain Kombucha in your country. I think you probably do because I guess it's an European thing. I don't know.
I have no idea.
But yeah, that's the only one that is tolerable for us.
What can I do to improve my physical and mental health?
Self-love. Work on your self-love, and everything else falls into place. So today we have an Ask Us Anything, and we don't have anyone in specific here with us. Just a lot of beings, and you can ask whatever. We just ask so not to be too personal, because then it's kind of hard, the kind of questions that it would ask in a session. If it needs to be too deep, if I need to dig too deep or connect with your higher self, sometimes I might not get an answer because it's too much for my body, because there are a lot of you here. But I don't know, maybe ask it and I'll just let you know if I'm not getting anything. But anyhow, so we don't have anything specific, any theme in specific today. We just wanted to chat with you guys and check in and see how you're doing and how your practice is going and how you're feeling. And if you have any questions, just let them come our way. I'll just give you a briefing of who's here. Yeshua, of course, he's always here. And Hilal and Mary Magdalene. And there are many beings that are just quiet in their, corners. Paul Walker is here today. I told him to behave. And he's wearing fake angel wings. So there's that. There are many subtle energies. If we call them forward, they might, come. And our higher selves too. So, yeah. Nothing too specific.
Yeah. Nikki asked, what is kombucha used for?
Kombucha?
Yes.
It's for digestion thingies. It's a good bacteria. So
probiotics?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Lucy said right after that. Yep.
Mental health too. Yeah, it's a
really
lot
good.
of. Yeah, it's really good for you.
It tastes like a little bit like beer, like watered down beer.
Yeah, some of them is really bad. You need to find, keep looking. If you don't like one, just keep looking. You might find one that you actually like. Just realized we're both wearing black today.
We are. I'd love some massage tips from Flavia.
Go ahead. I'm just going to check something here.
Well, it's not something that I have put my mind into it to writing something down yet. But what I do usually is tuning. I do that mostly to Annie currently. So I tune into her energy and I try to feel what her body's telling me. And as I'm not a masseuse, I don't know you just thought of Phoebe?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact points and everything, so I try not to do it too strongly, not to hurt her. And I just, I follow the energy and let it guide me to where he wants to go, or if he wants to come out or just flow, and hear a lot to my intuition. Mary Magdalene helps me a lot. She's always guiding me, and she sits by my side. She took over once. Quite an experience. And I always try to combine it with essential oils. We're trying organic oils now, like
Yeah, to use on the skin. I think
yeah,
it's
almond oils, coconut oil, and doing some infusions with teas and stuff in the oil. Leave it for a week or so, and then use in the body depending on what you want to do it for. Basically, summarizing.
it's a lot, right? Maybe you should, I don't know, write a class
Yeah, I
about
need
it, or
to
a course or something.
do it by topics because there
Yeah.
are different.
It's a lot.
I use crystals too.
Yep.
Kind of a bundle, like
Yeah.
a combination of stuff.
And the new thing that we're doing is that I am
Yes.
channeling my twin flame
Mhm.
every time I do it. So it's like him talking to her. So he knows how to pinpoint the energy and what it
Yes.
means better than I can, because when you are in pain, there's no way you're not gonna let your ego talk,
Yeah.
right? So when it's him, there is none of my
No
ego is
resistance.
involved. So
Yeah.
he knows what the energy is and where it should go and how it feels. So it's been interesting experimenting with it.
Yeah.
And channeling him is trans channeling him is completely different than channeling anyone else. So I'm way more aware in a way, even though most of the time I just choose to take a nap.
Yeah. And it's funny because he's very attuned with the energy. So
Mhm.
sometimes, because the thing we are doing with her is to flow the energy out of the body, and so I always start from top down. And sometimes I'm already in the legs, and then he goes like, "Oh my God, it's coming up again," and you go like, "Oh no."
Yep. So it's been an experience,
Yeah.
it's error and try
Yeah.
and error or something like
Yes.
that. We are learning with it.
Yeah.
At some point, we might create a class about it, because I think that could be very interesting, very helpful.
Yeah. It's very fun. I'm feeling it's time to step out in public with my energy work career, but it absolutely terrifies me.
Mhm.
My solar plexus contracts. Not sure why, as it makes zero sense intellectually. Thoughts?
It might never make sense intellectually, because it's not your truth anyway. So one thing that really helps me learn to trust this energy is working with the root chakra, because that's the center where it provides you with safety, I'll say, so your body can understand that you are always protected. And I'm just feeling the energy within the solar plexus now, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So breathing, see, that's the first thing to do, and to work with your root chakra and work with your inner child, because that's the one that is telling you that you're not safe, that it's scary and everything. So learn from your inner child what it feels, and why is it scared? Are they scared? And then just be present with it. Don't invalidate, is that a word? Validates what it feels like. It's okay, it's fine, but that's not our truth. So just embrace it and see what it has to say. Work with your inner child, because sometimes it's just sitting in a corner terrified, and it just needs a little love. That's all it is.
I have a question on a twin flame collective. I heard recently that twin flames that are not together in their journey will get new twin flames. Do you have any information on that?
The thing is that, okay, there's just so much coming on. Let me read that again so I can focus on one thing. That energy that represents your twin flame has been with you since the day you were born in this body. You cannot get a new twin flame. That energy can be transferred to another body. Every single person you've ever felt attracted to has a signature of your twin flame. It's like they jump from bodies to bodies. So yeah, that is possible, that someone played a role for you, and in physicality, and that energy signature is not 100% there anymore, because it's going to find another body that is going to suit your experience right now better than it was. But it's still the same signature. It's still the same source of energy,
Yes.
and it comes from within you too. So it's not like you are separated from your twin flame.
Yeah.
So that's the perception that needs readjusting. That's what Yeshua is saying now. You know, is that you can't be separated from you. That's you. That other being in a body, yes, that's you, because everything is, and everything is God, and you're part of that whole. But that energy in another being, it plays a role for you. And once that role is done, we'll say, sometimes it might migrate in a way, you know? For example, I'll give myself an example. That's what happened for me. The energy, or let's say a part of the energy of my twin flame was in someone. And that role was very hard, very, very, very triggering. But it put me where I am today. You know, it changed everything in my life, my whole perception of myself, of life, of everything. You know, he was the trigger for my whole awakening. And then once that role was done, I just stopped being even attracted to him. You know, I understood that what I felt was just attachment to the idea that I should have him. And then it changed, and I was like, oh, I don't need this anymore. So what if I just step back and feel how I feel? And then I realized that I wasn't attracted to that energy anymore. So you want water?
Yes.
So then that energy just moved, and I understood that, oh, okay, so you played that role for me because I needed it at that time. And they play the hardest roles for you, your twin flames. Because the energy is always within you, you know? I can't say that enough, and I mention it every time. You are not a half, you know? You are whole all the time. It's just how much awareness you give to that truth, that you are whole all the time. And that energy lives within you all the time, you know? So they will play all those roles for you, maybe from many standpoints, maybe not even like a relationship as a partner, or you won't even feel attracted. They will just move from body to body, move, you know? It's like they integrate a little bit because they have everything in common that you need, you know? It's not just like out of nowhere that happens. That agreement was before we all incarnated, you know? And let's say with that energy signature, that was that being that I thought was my twin flame, or was for a while, we still had, let's say, karma with other parts of ourselves. So then my twin flame took over, and then we cleared all those karmas. So then I can have a dharmic relationship with the true one, let's say, you know, the one that was born with that signature. Does that make, am I answering you? So it's not that it changes, but they do play all kinds of roles for us. So my personal advice would be being open to everything and not getting too attached to even what twin flames mean.
Yeah.
You know?
Connecting to the divine masculine within yourself and not within someone else.
Yeah. And then you will be able to see too, you know, the more that you are connected with the energy within you, because that's your true twin, we'll say. It lives within you. And once you find that in another being, there is absolutely nothing that can keep you from uniting with them, I'll say. If you are balanced and they are balanced, then it's just, it just flows, you know? But it happens in so many different ways. So that's why I say just be open for it, you know, because also people change, you know, you change, they change, and circumstances change, and we evolve, and you know, we open up more and more and more. So even if, let's say, you have karma with that being, if that karma had been lifted, even if that energy left that being for a while, nothing is stopping it from coming back to that same being. Or, you know, it's just limitless. The possibilities are just limitless for everything truly on earth. And I'll just specifically tell you that it's limitless for twin flames. And the more you allow yourself to be present with that part of you as being a part of you, even if you can't fully understand that it is you, it has an identity, it has a signature of its own, because it does. just allowing that to be present in your daily life in the now, instead of always looking for it outside of you, that changes the whole game for you. So you are able to not only integrate that better, but manifest it exactly the way that you deserve it, and not with crazy shit happening, as it was my case.
Yeah.
But we have a channeling of the Twin Flame Collective on our Patreon on
The 14th.
yes,
I mean, next Tuesday.
Tuesday at 7 too.
Yeah.
So we can dive even deeper with that, because there's a lot of information always, and a lot coming from the whole collective. So.
And it's with our sister,
Dana
Grozdanova. Yeah. Suna asks, I'm sorry for being really silly, but I've been so curious about how Yeshua and the family relieved themselves. How to honor our pee and poop. We are so used to the porcelain toilets that make it disappear.
I love you, Suna. It reminds me of our whole talk with the pooping in our retreat. It came from Suna. Yeshua says that they had designed holes for that, and sometimes it was even like a precary. Is that how you say it? It's like an old.
I think so.
I don't know. Sewing system, where they would use the current of a river. They would, like, let's say, redesign a portion of the river to go, and you made like a place, like a little tent where it just moves the poop. Does that make sense? It's like you create a portion of the rivers, like a section of it that will go through a place where you put a little cabin or something, and then you poop there, and then it's just washed away, so you're not living with that filth all the time.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
Think about it.
But most of the times they would just go in the woods too, because they would travel all the time. The
dig
family.
A hole,
yeah, sometimes not even dig a hole. And they would use that's kind of gross. They would use fabric to clean themselves, and then they would wash the fabric, which is a little gross, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Very sustainable, though.
Very sustainable.
That's true.
It's like the fabric diapers that everyone used way back when.
He says. And now Yeshua is wearing diapers.
Stop.
Oh, Lord.
Annie, I feel that twin flame energy in a person that then left the person, and the twin flame being is always with me. Yes, it was a surprise.
Yeah, it is a surprise and a shock, and it's very triggering too. And there's a whole pathway back to yourself, you know.
I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff for significant positive changes in my abilities. What can push me off the cliff so I can fly into the possibilities?
Yeshua says the simple fact of understanding that change is, there's nothing you need to do. He says that positive change is always there with you. So once you are aware that it is you and it is within you, it manifests in your physicality. The more you keep looking for it outside of yourself, the harder it is for you to find, because it's always in the future. So it comes with like manifesting something, right? It's the same theory. The more you feel like it is now, and I am already that master, the more it shows up in your physical world. And the more you keep looking as if you are always standing there, but you never jump, He's like, what if you jump off the cliff knowing that your higher self is right there to hold you? That God within you is right there to hold you. So you're not waiting for something else. You are just jumping into your own mastery and not just waiting for something else to show up.
I'm wondering how I can best support my son. I saw in visions, dreams, and quantum healing that he died in a fire. I had a psychic knowing about the fire, but didn't make it home in time.
Let me just ask something. Okay. That's a past life thing, right? The quantum healing thing? Yeah, I think it is.
Emotions resurfaced when channeling my son lately. I know we are one self, but it can be a challenge at times. Yeshua said he needs Reiki. I'm wondering what else I can do to support him.
I need to understand a little bit more about your son? Is he living now? Because then you say channeling your son.
He died in a fire, she says.
Yeah, but it was, I don't understand if he died in a fire in a past life or in this life. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
You know, because the quantum
Yeah.
healing thing.
Okay, will you wait for her
Yeah,
to
I'm
answer?
sorry if I'm
Yeah.
being callous.
Jennifer.
Didn't mean to. But please just give me a little more insight.
No, he's not in form now.
Has he been born from you this time? I guess
This
that's
lifetime.
this lifetime. Have you birthed him this time around? Was that sound you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
I thought it was like a vibrating thing.
no.
Not this lifetime.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's why I wasn't. I was having a hard time because I was seeing some things like more of like an energetic kind of knowingness and a fear of being a mom. So if I'm wrong here, just let me know. So I'm wondering what else I can do to best support him. Well, Yashua is coming forward to answer, and he says that it's not him you need support, it's you. It's a part of you that is holding on to that karma of not being able to get home in time, of not being enough, of not being good enough to be a mom, or to be just scared to let yourself feel love in that way and then have it taken back from you. That's the part that needs more love, he says. Send yourself that love, he says, because he's saying that it's coming up for you now because you are ready to just deal with that and let that go. Because it's not your truth anymore. You don't need that fear in your life anymore. So go back to that part of you that is still afraid, that is still resistant, to feel that love again. He says that that's the bottom line here, is that you're scared to love and be loved in that way and then lose it again. So it's not your truth. He says it's not going to happen again. Just send that little you some love and it's healed, because he's fine. He says he's great. And he is a part of you nonetheless. Coming or not in form, it doesn't really matter. But what he's helping you with right now is finding that in between, like giving and receiving, and loving yourself through all of that.
Also, the chat is scrolling very fast. So if we jump to your question, please just copy it and paste it again on the chat, because it's quick. Cor says, would they speak as to why does EFT or SFT work to help us remove stuck emotions within the body?
It's the same process as the massage, they say. It's like there's some energy accumulated somewhere, and then you are doing something to help release that energy. And the thing is that the thing that works the most and the best thing is that the intention that you are setting, that, okay, I see you, energy, and I see that you're here, and I'm doing something to move you now, okay? It's like you're asking your body permission, you're asking that energy permission to move that, and it's like, okay, so it's time, so it's the most important thing is your intention, but the action that comes after that intention too. Let me know if I answered you.
What is the difference between ascended master like Yeshua and a highly advanced being like Bashar?
Yeshua did those are all labels, human labels. We don't see ourselves as none of it. We are just one with all there is. Now I'm asking him for a more human question, or a more human answer. And he says that, well, the title of Ascended Master is because we were born in a body on Earth. And from that body, that exclusive identity, we allowed ourselves to show our mastery. And then we got the title. And a highly advanced being as Bashar is more like a higher self kind of energy. Of course, he is incarnated in many beings, as am I, Yeshua says. But that's the difference of the labels that you created. But again, they are just labels.
Might be a personal question for you both, but when you were little, what was your perception of reality in this world? How did you experience life?
That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Might take me a while.
Right?
I was always like a weird child, and I always saw more than people did. You know, I mean, like energies and stuff. But I don't know. I don't remember, I guess, how my view of the world was.
Yeah.
I think I didn't separate myself enough to have a perception until I was older.
Yeah. I don't remember much because, guys, my memory. But I do remember that then I was already very present in the now. So as I didn't understand time very well, if someone left, for an example, for me, it would feel very like
a
horrible.
dog.
Yeah, because I for me, there wasn't like the person was there before or they would come back. It was just now the person wasn't here. And then I would suffer. Like, I'd be like, no, oh my God, and cry and stuff. But besides that, I was also like, I don't know, I loved Earth. It's hard to
it's hard
to answer this question. I have been having an ego I have been having an ego panoramic perspective view of everything lately. Like I can fly places while awake. Is this remote viewing?
Ooh.
That is super cool.
Yep. Yashua says that yes, it is. And many of us are getting activations in the visual level. So that's just like your thing, I'll say. But yeah, that's really cool.
I love it.
Me too.
My question is, what do you feel people want to hear from me that I can offer publicly?
Okay, let me go back, please.
What do you feel people want to hear from me that I can offer publicly? I know that I'd like to offer what I'd like to offer, but I'm wondering what comes up that I'm not thinking of.
Do you mean me personally,
No,
Alana?
for her. I think she's starting to
confused.
Like,
my question is,
she can
what
offer
do you feel people want to hear from me that I can offer publicly? That's what I mean. It's like, are you asking me as a person, or Yeshua, or your higher self?
I think whatever comes up.
I was like, let's see if she answered.
You or in spirits or Flavia?
Whoever. Okay, Yeshua is answering, of course. It's like if you open the door to Yeshua, he's just gonna come in. He says, let me see what I want to hear. I want to hear you. I want to hear your love.
Yes.
What inspires you? And I agree with him 100%. What inspires you? What drives you? What makes you feel excited? Don't do something because you expect people, because you think people are expecting to hear something from you. Do it because it feels good.
Yeah. Not something that it's a pattern that works, let's say.
For other people.
On business-wise.
Just
do what talks to your heart.
Yeah, like, what is it the song that your heart sings? That's my twin flame. It's very poetic. So what is it? Just sing it to us. And, we will love it, whatever that is, because that's your truth. So whatever speaks your truth the loudest, just let it come out, whatever that is.
Why are my feet cramping again? I thought I had dealt with it. What am I missing?
Grounding. That's what Yeshua says.
Yeah. Then I can see my inner child now. Very sweet kid.
If we don't answer you, please post the question again. Yes. So when you're writing it, just copy it and paste it, because sometimes it moves very fast. Waiting to hear, planning to move. What? Hi, gorgeous ladies. Lovely to see you. Waiting to hear on planning to move.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
Is it the one that you're buying a property to have the kind of a retreat place? Remember? I think we
Yeah,
talked about it.
but I don't know if we are
I don't know if that's the same person or if that's the question. Please
waiting to
expand
hear
on
on
it.
planning to move. I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Leah, please, do you mind to uh, expand a little bit on
It's
moving?
Michelle.
What?
Michelle.
Oh,
When is Eva moving to Canada?
let's go back. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeshua wants me to see one of those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Go back.
More?
Yep.
This one?
Can they tell us if the Schumann's resonance is accurate representation of energies coming to Earth? Do high spikes represents 5D energy coming to Earth or light codes? Well, Yeshua is saying that first of all, it's all labels. This energy has always been on Earth. We are just becoming not only more aware of it, but more in tune with it. That's the most important thing. Earth has never been deprived of light. We haven't been able to assimilate those light codes, and now we are. So basically, that's all that it is. And so the energy is not coming. The energy is coming from elsewhere. It's coming from us and Earth. So the Schumann resonance represents our own frequency and not something that is coming from the outside, he says. So it's like our oneness with Earth. We are emitting that frequency because we are finally getting, awareness. That's the word of it, because it's always been with us too. So it's not a place that we are going to. It's not coming from, elsewhere. It's just an awareness that we are expanding to. It moves so fast sometimes. Oh yeah, that's the land for retreat. What Yasha is saying now is that most of us right now, most light workers, and honestly, most people on Earth as a whole, we are in a resting stage of our development. And what they keep showing me is the butterfly. It's like the caterpillar in the cocoon. And it's like we are in the cocoons too, and we are, working our fluids. So we are making our wings, and growing our wings until we can break free from that perspective of ourselves. So we've been in that resting stage for a while, and it's going to continue for the next at least 2 months. So the best thing to do now is be present with yourself, be loving to yourself, and anchor those energies in your physical body. So listen to your physical body, work with your physical body, and not something that is out there, and then work from your heart space in your body. That's the best that we can do right now, to anchor those energies. Like we were saying, that energy that is coming from places, it's coming from deep within your own DNA. So just breathe and be present, because very soon, he says, he's been saying that to many people, everything is gonna start making more sense, and we will feel that call to action, and when you feel it, once you are in full alignment with your truth, you just know what to do. So you won't need anyone else to answer that for you, because how disempowering would it be for us to tell you, oh, do that or do this or do that? It's not our place. It's your game. It's your dream. So just breathe.
Who to ask for help? Archangels, plants, flowers, stones, or others to let me be enlightened on this. This year. Any channeled words on the pain consciousness in the body? Is it transmuted with only love or other? How can I help when being, oh my god, it's scrolling so fast, when being around others who are dealing with pain?
healthy boundaries is what Mary Magdalene is saying, because that's great to cultivate and very important, and such a pillar in self-love. So again, self-love, that's the other thing. And whoever you choose to work with, whoever serves you the best in that moment. And just knowing that enlightenment is always there for you. It's just a matter of tapping into it. But what I hear, like, the loudest for you now is just healthy boundaries. It's okay. It's not aside from oneness, because nothing is. It's just how you choose to experience life on earth.
I've applied for a new job, but I'm scared of stepping out of my comfort zone. How can I get the confidence that I need?
Working with your inner divine masculine. That's the best way to do it. So choose to do a meditation with your divine masculine. Allow that energy to be more present in your body. You'll feel more confident and safe. Mm-hmm. That's the practical way to do it. Is Lionsgate 8 the next significant date of big upgrades? They say, first of all, every day is a big day of upgrades. It's not stopping, but there is a very, very powerful gateway that was opened yesterday and is going to last until the Lionsgate. So there's a lot going on in this period, and something is actually closing with the Lionsgate. So this gateway, let's say, will be closed, and we will be feeling more balanced, and everything that we've been working on in this period of time, it started around February, I'll say, the 20-something of February. It's still happening. So it's still going to be going, and once it's done, it's going to take a while for our bodies to be 100% adjusted, yes. Acquainted and balanced with the energy, but then it's just going to soothe down, and all of that integration is just going to be more present in a way, so it's going to be easier. Yeah. So just enjoy this time, basically. That's what they're saying. As if it's easy, right? It's like Donna is saying, like, every day seems to be a portal day. Yeah, every day it's like you wake up, okay, so what happened last night?
Every single day we're the little cat.
What's happening? What the hell is happening to me? So just enjoy it, Yeshua says.
Yeah.
You be here in a body, and you tell me to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. No, it's fine. I'm fine. Okay.
Any advice for me and my body, Mary Magdalene or Yeshua?
The same thing, and they're saying, answering that not only for you, Gloria, but for everybody. Be present. Drink a lot of water, because water helps to integrate that all of the activations that are happening. And be kind to yourself. That's the most important thing. Constantly ask yourself, is this loving for me? That's Mary Magdalene. It's like, is this thing loving for me right now? Whatever that thing is. Because it's very, very, very important being present. So mindfulness. If you want to practice anything, practice mindfulness.
Yeah. I find New York City area have special energies and like a center of the world. Can you talk about the energy and history of the area?
The only thing that I'm seeing is like there is like a constant portal there. Mm-hmm. It's like a kind of like a chakra of Earth. Energy is always coming in and out. And that's why so many people feel attracted to live there, because it's always changing. And in truth, we are always changing. That's our truth on Earth. Nothing is ever quiet, even, right? Nothing is, what is it? Stable? I don't know. Stagnate? I don't know. I don't know the word in English. Yeah. So that's why so many people feel attracted to be there. Because even if we are scared of change, that's the only truth we know on Earth. Besides love, there are many truths.
Static, yeah. It's like inertia,
Yeah.
constant. Michelle, she answered this
Mhm.
question a while back. The same for Eva, the
Yeah.
5G thing. Just, I don't know what minute it was, but like 10 minutes ago,
Yeah.
I think.
Maybe I answered too fast. Let me see back.
Yes.
Show me how to lay it back.
What was I hearing
Perfect,
in
sorry.
meditation today? From Brandy.
I need more detail than that, Brandy. Otherwise, I need to go too deep into your own field, and it's a little hard
Yeah.
when there are so many people. Tell me more about the meditation. I am present here, but my brain is already asleep.
It's that kind of day almost every day.
Yep. Although today I woke up feeling more like myself for
Yeah.
the first time in about 6 months, which is awesome.
Oh, weird night tonight, guys.
Who
Weird.
is waving to you, Dana, as if you need anything. But yeah, he's been walking around, and he said that if anyone had questions for him, that he would answer them. Paul Walker. And then I told him to behave, because last time he made me do like a weird sign and some sexual innuendos. And I'm like, okay, if you behave, I'll let you talk. And then I was like, well, I'm gonna run it by Dana first. And he's like, yeah, talk to the boss. Which was very sweet. So he's been just, walking around waiting for his turn to talk. But yeah.
It was, she says, oh God, it was loud whooping in my left ear.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. I've been hearing that too, by the way. It's like a recalibration. That's what Yeshua says. It's just like I can't fully explain, because they are showing to me in energies. Like there are so many spikes going on energetically right now, and your body is just getting along with the program. So it's like a recalibration of your ears, so you can hear more of your truth. Sometimes with your eyes, so you feel like, oh, you see like foggy eyes and stuff, and maybe your voice. All those things are just like upgrades happening.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Paul. He's just waiting for his turn. I know, right? So if anyone has any questions for Paul, guys, he is just standing here.
I'm the boss.
Right?
Out of curiosity, did you ever connect to Odin? Would be fun to hear how you perceive him.
Not a lot, but I've seen and felt him a couple of times. He shows up sometimes in readings or just with Freya a lot. So
Yes.
if anyone has like a strong connection to them, they show up. But I've never really tapped into his energy much. It's like he's not on my plate yet. But he feels somewhat like Osiris, but different. I can't.
I was gonna
fully
say
explain.
certain.
Yeah, very confident.
Yeah.
Very, it's really. He has like that divine masculine presence that is there, like in your face, kind of thing. But I've never really connected much with him yet.
Did you say Paul Walker is walking around without a shirt on? Or did I just want to hear that?
I guess you just wanted to hear that. He's actually wearing a white shirt and jeans, but like faded jeans. Like he chose his worst pair of jeans to be here with, and just a shirt. And he's wearing fake angel wings, because I asked him to be good, be a good boy. So he's just wearing fake wings. And oh my God, what are you seeing, Flavia? Please share with us.
No.
Please share with us. So yeah, but he left with
my twin was just tapping his head like,
yeah,
be a good boy.
I saw my twin too. Like, yeah, you're doing a great job with being an angel.
Good boy.
Yeah, good boy.
Odin feels like a Viking god. No messing around with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Michelle, we answered your question already. Don't need to keep posting it. We answered about the land, right?
Yes.
It's been answered.
And bare feet. Bo is always bare feet.
Yeah, always bare feet. It's like, why would I wear any? You have weird feet, by the way. Nice nose, though. Don't be
Nice
sad.
nose. Any messages on how our bodies purge what we do not need? I'm wondering if the mucus I produce is only food related or energetic environment related.
Oh, it can be everything. It's your body will find any way to purge energy that doesn't serve. Whatever escape it has, escape mechanism it will just come off. So diarrhea, that's a common one. Mucus in your nose, and sometimes like coughing. Sometimes even like a fever, or just sweat, pee, anywhere it can. Tears.
Who is Paul? Paul Walker, the actor?
Yeah.
In my meditations, my left hand feels very hot, and it hurts many times. What happens to the energy in my left hand?
Who's asking?
Indira.
It's a divine masculine activation. So pay more attention to that and move that energy, is what your higher self says. Instead of, because most of the time when something starts just hurting in our bodies, and if you didn't get injured, it's energy that is kind of stuck there. So how can you move that energy? So just breathe that energy in, instead of being like, oh my God, it's hurting, let me throw it aside, because it's like a divine masculine activation happening.
I have to research him. Thank you. Yeah, it's the blonde guy from Fast and Furious.
Yeah. He rolled his eyes at you. He's like, oh.
In many other movies.
I've been out of balance recently. My cravings have increased dramatically, especially food. How can I regain balance? Be present with your body is what Yeshua is saying. Don't be blaming yourself too much for any of it. It's a thing that is missing is more grounding. That's mostly what it is, they say. So get more of that, meditation, walking outside and stuff, and just being present with yourself. Don't be blaming yourself too much for having those cravings, just work with your inner child in this, not just how can I change it, so just go deeper and just breathe with it. And sometimes just have your chocolate or whatever it is that you want to have, it's just your body again readjusting. So sometimes it feels like, oh my God, I need something else, to feel more grounded or to feel safer or whatever. So
struggling with a person that decided they do not
like me and they won't be respectful.
It's been many years like this. I need to let go of that situation. It's really distressing. Any advice?
Loving yourself first, putting yourself first. That's what Mary Magdalene is saying, and again, creating those healthy boundaries for yourself and being adamant with them, because it comes with self-worth, is what she's saying. So working with your self-worth. I love the way you say mucus. Mucus.
It's a moo point. I feel less gross in my body. Energy purging.
See? That's funny.
Does Paul have anything he'd like to share with us?
He's like, finally. And then he did this. He walked forward and he just, did the thing with his shirts. Like he adjusted his shirts and it's like, finally, someone's going to ask me something. What do you want to share with us, Paul? Let us know. He's saying that he just wanted to bring our awareness to the present moment and how things are great, And he says, I know that sometimes it's really hard for you to perceive yourselves as the gods that you are and as the powerful beings that you are. But if you could just humor me here for a second, just let's be present here right now and accept our collective titles of masters of this game of Earth, because you would not be here right now if you were not a master. So that craving that you have for life and for getting more and for doing more, that's what drove you to be on earth right now. So can we forgive that? Can we just be present with whatever it is that we are right now and love that, instead of trying to change our status all the time? Because if you were not masters, you would not be here. But also, with your mastery, you decided to come to earth with plans, with ideas, with identities, with things that you wanted to do and express and experience. Can we forgive that, instead of always trying to cover it up with something else? Can we just be present with our mastery? That's all I wanted to say, he says. I
So
love him, by
sweet.
the way.
Yeah. Will they speak about what is coming up next for Lightworkers613 energetically?
Yeshua says, no, but I'll tell you what's happening now. There's a lot of information being downloaded from your DNA to your conscious awareness. So just allow it to be. Breathe and be present. He's like our dear friend Paul just said, be present with your mastery right now. Don't worry about what's coming up.
I'm having some major back pain. Is there a spiritual reason for this? From Donna Marie.
Where is the pain, Donna Marie? Marie, sorry. Where exactly is the pain in your back?
Things are great. I'm so taken care of through this judge transition. Ancient power coming back.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah. Lower back.
What? Lower back? Okay. I was like, why are you saying that? So that's a root chakra thing. So it's related with feeling safe and supported, and sometimes it's like your inner child trying to tell you that it doesn't feel safe or it doesn't feel protected. So maybe having that conversation with the inner child, and meditating for the root chakra. Everything is spiritual, Yeshua says.
Yes.
Everything. Even if it's just physical, it's still spiritual.
What about tension headaches?
Sometimes it's throat, if it's more like here. Sometimes it's third eye. Sometimes it's a crown chakra. And Yeshua says that most of it, for most people, it's because there's just so much being downloaded through your crown chakra, and you're not moving the energy. Or sometimes it's just that so much is being downloaded, and your body's just gonna find a way to show it to you. So it doesn't have to mean that something is wrong, basically. It's just how the body responds to what is happening.
Does Yeshua have any advice for relieving the compressed feeling in the solar plexus, like a resisting change?
He's saying use breathing techniques, use the breath of fire, and send that breath of fire through the solar plexus. He says that can help. He's showing me yellow things, like eat more yellow things. That can be a practical way to do it. Get more sunlight, working with the sun and the element of sun, working with your inner divine masculine. So those are all ways to open up your solar plexus.
Yeah. I had a shungite stone. I never even got to use it. Can you tell me what happened to it? It's missing.
They move from dimension to dimension because they are not as dense, we say, as we are energetically. Sometimes if they are needed in another dimension, they just go.
Yellow roses help the solar plexus.
Yeah, and sunflower, if you can eat sunflower seeds, that's great. If you're not allergic, of course. Even sunflower petals, tea, so many things.
Yeah. I'd love to hear their input on trauma releasing exercises. I did try once in 2014 at yoga on the beach, and it was an incredible
Mhm.
release. I'm back to reading one of the books now.
That's great. It's like the dancing thing that
Yeah.
Eva mentions too. I think it's like an intuitive dancing. Just put on some music and just let your body move. Because we do storage trauma in the body, and whenever it's triggered, if it's still there, it's gonna be triggered, right? If it's poked, it's gonna be triggered. So there are so many things that you can do to help move that energy. It's like the massage that Flavia was telling about, the yoga, or whatever you choose to do with the intention to move that energy. So I think first step is identifying, for most people, at least where the energy is, and then just helping it move and out of your body.
Is there any guidance on what breath work or any other practices I should be implementing at this time?
I'm hearing for you that you should rest more. How does that resonate? It's like it's not what you do more. So if you're doing any breath work at all, do things to calm the physical vessel. Nothing too uh, even active. Just chilling. By the way,
Has anybody else heard those whispers, or is it just me? Like in the video?
that's
Oh,
interesting. If it's in the
whispers.
video, it's funny.
Very, very funny. Have you done a class on working with my divine masculine? If so, is it suggested to jump ahead for that one class and return to the class I am on?
The last channeling that we did of the twin flames with Dana Grozanova, we talked a lot about that on Patreon. So that could be helpful because I think we dive deeper, right, in working with your inner masculine and everything. We have some classes on with the Magdalenas too that work with those energies. But yeah.
Paul wants to talk again. What is my husband working on? Did he greet his brother this Monday when he passed? Does he visit us?
What Yeshua says is that they're always there. They are part of you. But it's too much for me to dive deeper into that right now. Sorry. It's too personal. Sometimes it gets,
I haven't heard anyone channel a message about Black Lives Matter. Could someone speak to that, please? And how we as a collective can be the most supportive to our human family right now?
Paul is very, very, like
May I?
shyly raising his hand. So Paul Walker again, guys. So I'm gonna let him talk. He says every life matters. The more we keep separating, the more separation we see. In truth, we are all one at heart. So the more you feel that truth and the more you express that truth, the more you help with that energetically. And the more you allow that pain to be either transmuted through you and become more love, or the more you choose not to be a part of that suffering, the more you help. We all feel guided to serve one way or another on earth because it's just part of the game. But sometimes the best serving you can ever give is to yourself. So, what is your place in this? Do you have a place in this? How can you serve you at this time? Send love. If you don't have a clear answer, just send love and be love. And stop separating, he says.
Was Paul awake while he was alive?
In many instances, yes, but not like in spirituality, like we are saying now. He was very loving, very serving, you know, very, what is it, the word? Uh, into helping others and into being connected with the environment and everything, but not in this way like talking about higher selves and all of this stuff. I don't feel like he's like, nope. But in many ways, like he was very connected to his heart in a way, even though he says that he had a very hard time expressing it and feeling accepted when he did. So he says that was one of his hard times, on earth, things that he learned and things that he's still learning now, and that he's been, allowing his consciousness to be as expanded as it can possibly be. And he's been working a lot with that and with his own divine feminine. And now he's pointing at Donna.
How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay. Is there a spiritual reason why I'm indirectly going to be alone this coming month? No family, no friends. Expat and now in Europe.
Yeshua says everything is spiritual and you choose the meaning. He says that's the truth. They are not always told, but you are the one that gives things meaning. So what meaning do you want to give it? How do you want to experience it? It's entirely your choice.
Is it important to know what the downloads are for? Do all people receive downloads even if they are not in the consciousness to know they even exist?
Mm-hmm. It's not important to know. If it is, you will.
Mm-hmm.
If Yeshua says that most of us only get the awareness of the downloads after they're done. If it's even important for us to know, only a few of us receive like, oh, you're receiving this now, because you have to have a level of acceptance and surrender to work with those downloads in an awareness kind of state. So sometimes it's just easier not knowing, for you, for your body. And if it's needed, and everybody's always getting it, but some of us, we are like antennas. So some of us receive the download from deeper within our DNA, we say, or from whatever it is that we call the cosmos. The cosmos is living within you. So that's why I say from your DNA, the cosmos is your DNA. But let's say that we receive those things and we transmute them into more human energy. So then other people can receive that download too. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why some of us, we feel it in more like a harsh way in the body, because we are the antenna and that energy is coming from higher frequencies than your body can assimilate at once. Your body can assimilate it, otherwise it would not be receiving it in your body, of course. But it's just like everything is changing as it's happening, so your body is changing as it's happening. So the more you allow yourself, the more you receive and the more you transmit it to others in a more, it's like a digested, energy that you send to the collective of people that are not fully aware of what is happening. So it's like it's a dance. You crying?
My eye is watering like crazy. You're just crying. Here in the corner. No, enough crying. What
my
is
eyes are being weird.
Triggering in you that needs healing integration?
What is triggering in you that needs healing integration? Me personally?
Or identifying what is triggering in you. What do you mean, Lucy?
I don't understand. What is triggering in you that needs healing integration? So sorry, I have absolutely no idea what are you asking. May you expand?
Yeah.
Do you ask me in person? Personally?
I don't know. Are animals' behaviors affected by energy that is coming to Earth right now?
Yashua says hardly, only if they are doing that as a means to mirror you, you know? But most of them already live in a higher state of being anyway. So they are not as affected unless they are working with you and they are helping you. I think so, Julie, that she typed it as I was saying something else. And I don't remember what it was because every time I'm channeling, it's always clean, you know? It's like I don't know what was said 10 minutes ago. So sorry, Lucy.
Will you be having any specials soon? Yes, next month. That's what you mean, right? Like in special events?
Oh, yeah. We're going to have
A
a ceremony on the Lion's Gate, aside from Patreon. We'll post about that soon, so you have time to enter and everything.
Yes.
Because that's an important closing for
an
many
important
of us.
portal.
Yeah.
My stomach even be like, oh.
Ooh, let's do it.
How important is physical touch for health? What is the physical social distancing doing?
Yeshua says it is as important as you make it to be, first of all, because again, we are the ones that give meaning to everything. But also it's very important. So because we've been giving meaning to it for so long that it is important, that it matters. And also that's why we chose to be on earth with other beings and not just you walking around, you know? So this thing, what it's doing is that it's showing that love that everyone keeps looking outside, it lives within you. And that's basically the borderline of why this is happening and for how long it's gonna continue. So it's learning to love ourselves and respect ourselves and honor ourselves and be enough with our oneness within instead of looking for it outside. And then because everything else then is heightened, is aligned with that truth.
My neck arched back when I get a download and my face reaches to the sky. There's been so many lately.
Yep.
Yeah. I had no idea organizations like Stronghold, that the class discussed, existed to better promote social equity. I'm so glad she had that class with everyone. I
was asking the person who asked the question about, okay. Sorry.
So Yeshua is saying the isolation will continue until we all learn to love ourselves.
It's personal, he says. Everything you see in the outside is a reflection of how you are within. So he's not saying that it's gonna last forever, because that's how long it would take. But your perception of that isolation is gonna last for as long as you learn to love yourself. Does that make sense? Because then the perception of isolation changes, he says. You don't feel isolated anymore. You don't feel like people are isolating themselves anymore. Because you can feel, if you feel one with you, you feel one with everything else.
Please, some word on changing business name. I have one in mind. Is it okay? I just thought I want a symbol to bring all my 3 services in one. Manual techniques plus healing. Any help here? I need to read it again.
No, it's fine. I'll read it. Follow your heart with this. Ask yourself. It's very disempowering for me or anyone else to tell you what your business name should be. You know, so follow your own guidance, your own heart. You know, because when it feels good, you know it's right. You know, so let that be your compass. I think that's the best advice I can give you here. It's like, let your own heart be your guidance.
I understand about the meaning thing when I read the book Mastering the Heart, Mastering of the Heart. Now I know when Joshua talked about the meaning, really helped me.
Yeah, he talks a lot about that. And he just always leaves it open for interpretation. He works a lot like that, you know. Whatever he says is always so activating, and it's gonna activate exactly what is needed in you at the time. So there's that. Are we all done with questions? I think Flavia needs to go. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. My
'Cause you've
left bottle rib is cold. You know, it's like, I don't know how to explain this. It's
Okay.
feeling weird. Yeah.
And you're crying.
I'm crying with one eye. Weirdo.
No more
No more
questions?
questions?
We good?
I
You
love
saw that you
Erica.
right. What?
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 What are you talking about?
I'm saying, does Yeshua or Poe have any comments on conspiracy
Yeah.
theories? And Poe just did like, "Ugh." So I guess that's the message. Like, come on, as if you need more theorizing. Leave now. That's my message to you.
Do they have any messages around the saying that you shouldn't have sex under trees because trees are the home of beings?
Yasha is saying, well, whenever you're having sex, there are a lot of beings watching anyway. So, because your whole team, your whole spirit guides and everything. So, then I don't know why. I've never heard that saying, by the way.
So funny. I never heard it either.
That's
Erica
really
brings up the
most random and awesome stuff. Yeah, Poe has a lot to say on that. I know. I'm containing his temperament right now, Donna, because it triggers me too,
Oh.
So whenever we are aligning that,
Yeah.
it's like we could talk about it forever. It's like, oh God, I pay attention to that. It makes no sense at all. It's not, if it's loving, that's what I think we should say. It's like, yeah. He calls me little sister, which is sweet. Does it feel loving to you? Is it your truth? Whatever is, just go for that. Whatever isn't, just leave it aside. Don't pay attention. Don't talk more about it. Don't give more, what?
You're talking about the conspiracy,
theory.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought I was talking about the sex under the tree.
Do sex, have sex whenever you want, wherever you want. That's what Paul just said. Back to the theories. Don't give him more energy. If you see something you don't like, instead of sharing that, why don't you share love? Why don't you share good stuff? Stop seeing it in your mind, Flavia.
No, that's not what I was saying. Paul
He's
was
like,
making
come
fun
on.
of me because I was laughing and I wanted to breathe, and he said that I sounded like a car when you're changing the.
Yep. So.
Oh boy.
He's saying that's for anything. If it doesn't serve you, why are you sharing it? Why are you giving it more attention? Why are you giving it more energy? It makes no sense at all. So if it aligns with you, go for that. Follow your heart. Awesome. If it doesn't, just leave it be. Let it die. Let that energy die instead of fueling it. It's like trying to don't make car reference. I don't understand any of it. It's like I don't even know the names you're saying, the things you're showing me. I don't know how they're called. Please change the the analogy. He's like, I was just gonna say it's like trying to give a different fuel for your car. If you need gasoline and you try to put diesel on it, is it gonna work? It's not gonna work. So that's you trying to feed yourself with crap that doesn't serve you. Great analogy, Paul. Thank you.
Great.
He could go on ranting forever, or we both could, but let's not.
I think the trees, grass, flowers, and etc. would be honored to have some love making happen at all.
Exactly. I thought Annie was talking about the sex tree and not the conspiracy theories. I'm sorry.
Right.
I should have been more.
She came back and forth the same subject.
Yeah. It's because Paul was not done with whatever it was that he was ranting about, and I was just letting it happen.
Oh my God.
Is that why you were laughing?
I don't even know anymore.
What's happening with you? Can you elaborate on Mary Magdalene saying, be adamant about boundaries with people who are disrespectful? Set a boundary, be adamant. That's she's saying that's all that is. It's like whatever that is represented outside of you. If it is not texting the person back, if it is not answering the phone, if it is telling them, you are trespassing now, don't do that. It's not loving to me, or I don't want to talk about it. Whatever that is to you, just be assertive with your power and with your boundaries. That's what she means.
Yeah. I have been working really hard on using techniques to heal myself, but get really down and helpless when symptoms come back. Any tips?
Give your body time. That's what your higher self is saying. Just give your body time, because sometimes you will get like an upgrade, we'll call it, or a download, or whatever that is, and it's going to act up because all of your cells are reprogramming themselves, and then it's going to get another layer and another layer. So that's why things come back, for a while. So don't give it too much meaning. Just know that your body is trying to adjust.
Do they have any message on TRE? I love intuitive dancing, but was referring to TRE or shaking therapy.
That's
I
good
felt
too.
the power of it once and am being guided back.
Same
That's
thing
awesome.
they say. It's just moving energy. It's great. If it works for you, just go for it. That's what Yasha is saying.
Can Yasha tell us a joke?
Oh my God, don't ask that. No. I'm the worst with telling jokes. I'm so sorry. It's not going to come through me because it's bad. He's going to do the knock knock one again.
No, oh boy.
Which
so
was
bad.
So embarrassing.
So bad.
So maybe Flavia can tell a joke.
No, I can't. No.
Is Dawn here? Are you here, Dawn? Because Dawn is great at telling dad jokes, as Yeshua is.
Yeah.
He
sends me
laughing.
jokes almost every day, and I don't have anything in the tip of the tongue.
It's like I'm blocking all of them. It's like, nope, don't, please don't.
Do they have any messages about having different levels of intimacy with different people? I'm working through changing dynamics in friendships. I think I'm seeing some friends in victimization. I don't know.
Trust your gut is what they're saying. And can you tell us a joke, Dawn? That's what we are we're asking of you, Dawn. So just trust your gut, Erica, when it comes to people. Your intuition doesn't lie. The other thing that I say a lot is that energy doesn't lie. So just trust your intuition with those boundaries, with those, being intimate with other people and everything, and allowing. What is happening, Flavia? You okay?
I'm looking for my crystals. I lost my crystals. I don't know how it's happening. I really need to find my crystal because it was helping the ground.
Yeah.
I found it.
Clearly, you lost it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gosh.
Good.
Yeah, Dawn is the best with Yeshua's jokes.
Yeah.
I know. They come through Dawn freely, I have my resistances. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna, divulge this kind of information. Yeshua, please.
What do you call a belt with a watch on it? A waste of time.
See? Yeshua in his finest, guys. Coming through Dawn. Yeshua is like, Dawn doesn't even know that whenever he's cracking those jokes, that's just me. Now you know, Dawn. Waste of time.
What recently came through is that I can never trust sources guidance too much. I'm transmuting the program that I'd be foolish and get hurt.
Okay, I do not understand any of that. Something came through is that I can never trust sources guidance. What is sources guidance? Trust sources guidance too much. I'm transmitting the program. I don't understand what you're saying, Erica. I'm having a brain fuck a lot today, right? Sorry, guys. You never fail, right?
It's from his dead mug.
See? Yeah, he sent Dawn a mug. I think it was on your birthday, right, Dawn?
Oh, I saw a video today that made me think of Yesha so much. I think Corey shared it. It's like how to become a basic dad. And it's so funny.
A basic
So
dad.
funny.
Brain fart. Yeah, that's been happening a lot today.
Mosquitoes out of
Oh,
nowhere.
you can't trust God's guidance or source guidance too much.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like, I'd never be a fool in trusting love, basically. That's your inner child talking. You know that. That's ego talk. Because it's the same thing that I told someone else that asked about how to feel more confident and safe. Work with your masculine. If you want to call him your twin flame, if you want to call him a him, if it is just your inner masculine, work with that, with feeling safe, and to listen to your intuition, because source can't lie. It is your truth, So the more you open that door, the more the mind is gonna chatter. It's like, oh, but you're gonna hear this, And then sometimes you need to say, "Yep, I will. Goodbye." Oh my God, that was kind of nasty. What you just did.
Have you spoken about grinding our homes before?
I don't
grinding or greeting.
Greeting, like
Because
doing
grinding
greets.
is like, right?
Yeah. I don't think that's what it is.
Grinding.
I don't think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like
Greeting our
doing
homes?
greets in our homes. Is that what it is? Again,
Corey,
brain
help.
farts.
Yes, do that. He's freaking hilarious. I listen to funny stuff before bed and wake up so much happier. Yeah, me too.
What do you call a group of unorganized cats? A catastrophe. See? I'm telling you, Dawn has the goods.
Dawn has the key.
Looking forward to your presentation on essential oils, whatever month you have for it. Yeah,
Yes.
we are working on it because that's a lot of information.
Yeah.
And as I said, we've been trying to take as much of a break as it's possible for us to do, without failing our patron duties, actually, because it's been a tough couple of months for my body personally. I've been up and down with pains, and after the pains, it came a rash all over my body and itchiness like crazy. It's a little bit like what is it the name? Catapora? Chicken pox?
Chicken pox. Yeah.
All over my body. And now it's finally subsiding, so I've been coming through waves and waves and waves of, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, downloads, ascension, whatever that is. And my body is going through it hard. So we've been giving us some time and not trying to overwork, because it's literally impossible. And every time I try, it's like, okay, I'm going to do it anyway. Body, you suck it up. I'm going to do it anyway. My nose starts bleeding. I twist my ankle or something.
So scary.
Yeah, I literally fell, and so yeah, it's been a learning curve for me to trust myself and to be like, it's fine, I don't need to be doing things. I think some of us, we are going through that right now. It's like, I'm not a human doing, I'm a human being. So if it's okay, if it's like what it's gonna be, and I'm just gonna be present with my body and loving my body through this and giving myself some time and learning not to feel guilty about that too, and guilty about taking a break. So we're working on that material. We don't know exactly how we're going to release that yet. Working with that was a weird accent I just got. Working with essential oils and herbs and everything, because we've been experiment with it a lot, like making our own infusions and our own sage kind of thingies. We've been working a lot with that and experiment as much as we can right now without overworking ourselves.
Yeah.
And But soon we will put it all together, and I don't think one class would be enough. So maybe we will have a course even outside of Patreon, so people can just buy and take the course, with everything there. We want to do one on crystals too, because there's just so much information on crystals that we can't work with all of it in 1 hour and a half or 2 hours as our classes are, because it's just so much. And then if we decide just doing that, all the Magdalena's classes would be put aside, and there's a lot of information coming for that too. So we're kind of trying to gather everything and just intuitively decide what's best for the collective at the time, and also try to combine with not feeling too overworked, and allowing our bodies to take a break, because it's been that kind of time. But I feel like things are finally balancing and smoothing over, and very soon we'll be feeling more energetic, not only us but everyone, so it's just taking our time.
It's
now.
about time.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
I just realized my glasses give me like a pinkish filter. It's so weird. Like I see our wall kind of pink.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, weird, right? Let me read what Judy was saying here. My daughter loves to look up jokes on my phone and tell them to me when we are in the car. So we are driving, and then she told me the dumbest joke I've ever heard. That wasn't even funny. And so I said as much, maybe a bit emphatically. And then she started to cry because she didn't read it off my phone. She made it up.
Oh my God.
I had a hard time.
Oh no.
That's the kind of thing I do.
Yep. Sometimes that's me with Flavia, because out of nowhere she's gonna come up with the most stupid joke ever. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, why? And then she just gets a little sense like, it's like, I'm sorry, I haven't said anything.
Oh God, so funny.
Yeah, Joffrey, I'm not feeling hurried. I was just explaining because, this is more of a public event today. So if people are feeling like, oh, you guys are being, neglecting of us or whatever that is, because we used to do so many lives, and then we started with the Fridays with Yeshua, which was awesome, but very soon I could not continue with those. But that's a plan for as soon as we are feeling better too, and we want to keep bringing other people, with us on screen for those things. We want to work with Alana again, for example.
Yes.
So many of you. So that's why I was kind of explaining what's been going on for me, because there's more people here now. So that goes for the fractal sessions too. I'm so sorry we keep postponing most of you, because sometimes in the day of the thing my body just starts acting up, and then I hear my my guidance saying like, you can't do it today. Your body is not feeling supported enough, because that's what I'm working on now. Helping my body feel safe through channeling. And so I don't need to be holding on to any energy or anything physical, so I can, feel happy with myself and with my body. So it's like I open the whole Pandora box with that. And a lot is going on. So yeah, there's a lot of that too, Suna.
Changing some patterns.
You're right on with the Mary Magdalene thing.
Do you feel like you are less hungry lately, or have a smaller eating window for the day?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just hungry as Joey from Friends.
Yeah. I was going to say yes, totally, because I have been eating less and even slower, because I used to eat very fast. But then I remember that 2 days ago I was eating Nutella by the spoon.
Which was a little scary to see, She was just laying in her bed, like half covered with a bucket of Nutella.
Those days when you're bored as hell.
Oh my God.
And there's nothing you can do. And annoyed.
Move.
Wait, it's not working.
You move. Let me see.
Okay. What's happening here? I'm waiting for that day where my Louis Vuitton bags underneath my eyes would disappear finally.
I've lost all my hope for that,
Yeah.
to be honest. So the thing that I do is wear very good
Concealer.
by this time. I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I was born with mine,
Yeah.
so
Mine today was scary.
it's because you cried for hours yesterday.
So like swallowy eyes, really, really ugly. I named them that to make them sound somewhat fancy. At least my eyes can afford them.
That's great.
Um,
Thank you, Eva.
Thank you.
What do twin flames think about their counterparts drooling over Paul Walker? No offense, Paul. He says, none taken. What do twin flames think about their counterparts drooling over Paul Walker? They it's hard to answer that because they don't have that jealousy that is hindering, that is, I can't explain. They do have somewhat of a territorial kind of feeling, because they want the best for you. But just you drooling over someone, it's fine. They probably are too. He is kind of dreamy. So it's not something that is bad, or they might joke about it too. They do that a lot. No possessiveness. It's more of like a territorial kind of thing because they want the best for you and everything. So if it was, for example, you getting into a relationship with someone that isn't loving for you, that isn't doing something loving, that is like abusing you in any way, they're not going to be okay with that, of course, because it's not loving for you, but you liking how someone looks and feeling even attracted to that, they'll be like, okay, maybe they will show up as Paul Walker because of that, because they know that attracts you, so they will just use his vessel, so there's been a lot of controversial even there for people, with Yeshua, for example, or Horus or Anubis, that they show up as something that is going to be attractive to you, so they have a door to enter, so it's just looks. I was wondering the same thing because Paul Walker is a dream boot. Oh, I think you made him blush a tiny bit boost now with that. He's just like, come on, guys. I always say him that he has like one of the most beautiful noses I've ever seen in someone.
He does.
And he's always like, why are you saying that? It's like, it's just a nose. Because it's just funny to make fun of him sometimes. But yeah.
He has such a brother-like energy to me.
Yeah, for
that
me
I can feel zero attraction to him. And anytime I
Me
see
too.
people talking about it, I think it's so funny because it's just like, and he does
Like,
all the things
weird.
like he's shining now, like I'm so dreamy.
Yeah. Like, how I'm so pretty. But yeah, and Poe is so connected with the whole twin flame energy and the whole let's say game with twin flames. That's one of his missions, if I'm not correct, please correct me. So it's one of the things that he does, for people, to help people with that. So sometimes he opens a door for your own twin flame to walk through. So your twin flame is not going to be like, oh my God, get out of here, Paul, They're just going to be like, thanks, man. I've been waiting forever to be, given this opportunity.
Yep, twin flames use both to get their own twin flame, to get to their own twin flame. Whatever gets them to notice them, no limits. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Dawn. So they are all cool no matter how many people follow you into the bathroom.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, twin flames use both to get into the... Yeah. That's what he just said.
I think attraction is personal. I never felt any attraction to the popular boy everyone is drooling over. Just different things attract me. Same.
Yeah. Most for me too, Suna.
Yeah.
And then there's like Henry Cavill,
but then,
which my twin flame shows up as sometimes. He showed up as Tom Holland one of these days. And then sometimes it's just an energy. They find ways to reach you, and sometimes it might be Paul Walker, if that's gonna help.
Yeah. I'm excited for the day I can hear my twin flame talk from the ethers. Like I'm so ready for these
Corniness
corniness and
and
funniest
funniest
jokes
jokes.
on
Yep.
1000%.
He's just right there, Erica, just talking through you with your own corniness and funniest
Yeah.
jokes, all the time.
Have been eating a lot of yogurt too.
Mm.
Love organic vegan soda too. Yeah, I think Erica asked why
Oh God.
she has here. Do they have any message on why I'm feeling called to eat so much yogurt these days? And David had the
It's
same.
probably about the purging thing,
Yeah.
It's gonna help you poop.
Yeah.
Donna never had a thing for Poe. I just saw him doing like, he's like, oh my God. It's like broke my heart. He said, it just broke my heart, babe. Poe, I'm sorry. I called him Bo. Sorry.
Bo.
What the hell was that? Poe, can you push my twin flame through my door? He says, yep, gotcha. He works a lot in dream states, by the way, with people.
Oh, sorry. David and Erica are talking about I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Kyer yogurt.
Why are you
She never
saying?
tried because it's
don't
here.
know.
I think it's the one that I like that tastes like Danoninho. There's the strawberry one.
Oh, yeah.
That is super good and no sugar.
Yeah,
right?
It's really good.
If that's the one, so good. And I think it's a European thing, Erica. Paul, can you push
I just
you
read
just
it
read
and
this
answered
one?
it. Yeah.
He's hotter than Brad Pitt to me.
He's like, thanks, ma'am. He's very funny, by the way.
Yeah.
He has like a boyish energy. Very, very funny, very loving.
Good boy.
Yeah. And sometimes it's like, I was talking to Donna today, because most of the time he just shows up with all those jokes and everything. And she says that sometimes he has like a very, serious tone. And I'm like, yeah, I've only seen that a couple of times, but I know. Can't wait for Twin Flame channeling with Dana.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's next
It's gonna
Tuesday.
be super fun.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
You can expect Bo to be there, of course.
Oh my God, I'm feeling so silly. I can't stop giggling inside. Like, what's happening?
What sound was that?
Feel we attract more yogurt when we don't feel alone. The probiotics are alive and living within us. It's weird. I've been feeling so much more connected to yogurt lately.
It's a nice perspective.
Yeah.
Tell him I'm going to watch his movies now. Never seen the Fast and Furious series. He's like, go for it.
We are rewatching all of them.
And he sits next to us and he comments on things. And sometimes he says like, oh, this part was all improvised. And then he tells the story on why he's wearing that shirt and stuff. And I'm like, good story, bro. Good story. He loves watching it with us.
I just my twin. What questions back from Dana and Paul? Oh, the reading. I cried a love.
Twin Flame's question. Oh yeah, because I think she ordered one from Poe, right? That's super cool.
Yes.
When Donna channeled my Twin Flame for the first time too, and well, every time it happens sometimes. Well, not every time, but most every time I cry. But the first message that I got, with the painting, I cried for like half an hour. It's like I needed some water, kind of thing.
Yeah, just I'm so sensitive since yesterday that if I think of it, I will cry. So I'm not even gonna think of mine.
Yeah, it's like just yesterday, and I shared something that made me cry with Flavia.
Yeah, and I cried.
And she cried too.
Yep,
it just happens, right?
Yeah. I have been practicing with the pendulum I bought. Hope it will be.
Begin to move and give clear answers soon. Any advice from Spirit? I'm working with a modality that uses it. the thing that the pendulum does is that it works with the electromagnetic waves in your physical body. That's what Yash is saying. It's coming from you. It's coming from spirit in a very physical place here in the back of your neck, and it works. It comes through your arm, and as you hold it, it's giving you the answer that spirit is giving you. And sometimes, like if you're working with a crystal, for example, as your pendulum, it takes a while to adjust to your energy. So just keep carrying it around with you and trusting.
I want to order some yogurt. Erica, next time you come to Europe, like to next gathering in Portugal, you it's easier if you buy it here. I think.
I'm laughing at Corey because I'm the same. I can't read or write these days, so I'm just like giving up. I'm like, it's fine, You get me.
Yeah.
Say Donna saying that your twin is your twin. You see, I can't even speak.
You're coming up too. Oh boy.
Yeah. He's been wanting to talk, and as I am like trans channeling my twin almost every day, and he talks to Flavia all the time, they have such a brother-sister relationship. And every time I wake up, I'm like, why are you guys laughing so much? What's happening with you guys?
Yeah.
They always tell the most stupid, lame jokes, and he's been allowing her twin to talk too, So it's like he's just waiting in the background. It's like, okay, guys, when is it going to be my turn?
Seriously, I cried so much yesterday, and I was massaging it.
It's like my twin made her cry.
Yeah. Oh, it was ridiculous.
I'm laughing, Erica.
I really love our Lightworkers group, from Fast and Furious Self-Love
Tree
sex to twin flames eating yogurt together as one. You never know.
I know, right?
I have a good information on yogurt.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Stop!
Oh yeah!
I need to stop.
Flavia, you chew. You drink some water.
I need to stop.
How do you know if your twin flame is connecting to you? Twin flame concept is new to me. I don't have a strong belief in the twin flame idea. You don't have to have a strong belief. It's just that we decide calling things names, and we decide assigning energies, names and stuff. So what we call, like what I call, I'm going to talk about myself, for myself. What I call my twin flame is my divine masculine, that I know that is also represented in someone else's body. But that mix, we'll say, of energies, that I am a whole being, right? And I have the masculine and the feminine. And this being that is represented in a physical form as the same energy as my divine masculine has the divine masculine and the feminine, and we mirror each other. Some people have twin flames in form, some don't, but it's just another way for me to call my own inner masculine, if that helps you with your labels. And as I know, as I sense, as I feel his presence in a body, in someone, then I assign even more identity to him. So I know he's a him. I see through his eyes sometimes. I see where he lives sometimes. I see people he's talking to, if he's just walking on the street. Sometimes I have visions and flashes of his embodiment, or I know I share his pains from his body. Sometimes I help him with his integrations in my body, which has been happening a lot, so as I know that he's opening his heart, I feel it in mine. Just saying it makes me hard to breathe, Sometimes I wake up in the morning when I know that he's waking up, and he's waking up anxious. So I feel it in my body. So, there's a lot of that communication happening because I open the door to it. So what I would tell you is to open the door to it, and just allow it to be whatever it is. Because it's very particular to each and every one of us. So it's just your inner masculine or your inner feminine coming into play with a stronger identity. That's what it means to me personally.
Your twin flames coming closer and closer.
Right? And I just saw him just taking another step and being like very creepy right here on her back.
You know what it feels like? My heart feels like, I was trying to find a good analogy to it, but none that I found was good enough yet. but it's like an egg hatching, like it's upping, like a flower
Mhm.
blooming or something, and it feels exposed. It even feels cold, like if the wind was hitting it, and it's like so open. It's like, oh my god, it's so exposed. It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm honest.
I already have my question for the twin flame
Yeah.
channeling. That's awesome. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because I really loved the last one that we did together.
Mm.
It was very
It was very
interesting.
fun. It's an intertwined kind of connection that goes beyond the single physical experience.
Yeah,
Yes.
it comes from within you. It's a part of you.
Yeah.
And the more you listen to that part of you, the more you get connected with whatever outside force is expressing that energy, if there's such a thing for you, I'll say.
Listening to you totally reminds me of the show Sense8. Yes, definitely.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I heard it's good, and you should watch it for the sex scenes alone. So
I would say so. Thank you for the explanation. There's another part of me. Yes. Thank you. I will absolutely be going yoga shopping when I come back to Portugal with you, Flavia.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I'm teasing you. It's not creepy. It's just all love.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But they are creepy because she's creepy too sometimes, so he is.
Yeah.
Both of
Yes,
both
ma'am.
of you are.
Thank you,
a
Paul.
little creepy. What?
Yes, ma'am. The whole twin flame label threw me. I didn't get it. I like the explanation that it's your own inner divine masculine. Yes.
Because all of it, I would prefer calling him my masculine.
Yes.
That's how he came forward in my quantum healing thing too. It's like I'm the masculine because it's easier to dodge the triggers of the labeling of twin flames. But I've been working through those triggers. It's like it doesn't have to have the same meaning as it has for other people, and also using the term twin flame can attract people to understand what the true energy is. So it's not I was very triggered by it. Not anymore. But I was extremely triggered by the whole thing, the whole concept, because it held sort of a bad connotation for me, because I've seen so many people thinking that, oh, I'm a half of an apple, and I'm like, you listen here, girl, you're not. So
freaking whole.
Yeah, you don't need anything else from outside of you, and that was what's triggering, because I felt like it was so disempowering, and a lot of people talk about it like that still and teach about that still, but it's not my place to judge them or whatever it is that they want to believe. So best thing I can do is that spread the message as it comes to me, and whoever resonates is gonna be resonated. So I'm confused. I am confused. My twin flame and my higher self. It's a thin line there.
And my twin flame manifests in some crystals.
Oh,
that is so cool.
That's sweet.
Any messages on the pressure I feel on my back around my heart chakra? I imagine a large green 6-pointed star on it and smaller gold 6-point stars up my spine and head.
Some activations of the heart and opening up the heart of your twin. It's just breathe through it and find a way to expand that energy. Let it flow.
Yeah. Also confused about twin flame. How do you see through his eyes? Does that mean he's walking around in some part of the world and you guys are connected?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like I know he has a body and I see through his physical eyes. Sometimes I'm just sitting here and then I get a flash from the city he's in, and I see the monuments, I see what he's eating, I taste what he's eating sometimes, but I'm weirder than most. So if that's not your case, don't I'm weird. So
you're weird, sister.
I know. It's fine. We have a specific. What are you saying? I have like a specific kind of role, with him for people in a way. So
There are no halves in creation.
Mhm.
Source doesn't create pieces. We are all whole, even when we are in separate bodies.
Love
Yes,
that. That's true.
perfect. Mm-hmm. Especially in soulmate cards. That's
Yeah,
so cool.
I felt that too. It's really interesting.
That's exactly how I feel about twin flames too. Any bad connotation. Yeah.
Yeah, and then how much do we allow that to shape our experience with it?
Mm-hmm. My pendulum is made of brass.
Mhm.
Do I still need to
Mhm.
carry it?
Yeah, because it's going to, let's say, absorb your energy. The more you work with it, the more you feel attuned to that another part of you. Annie, you are as weird as Mary Magdalene and Yeshua. Yeah, I was remembering that, Suna, because very soon in my whole awakening thing, I could see how Yeshua and Mary saw through each other's eyes, like physically, because sometimes Yeshua would travel and then the kids would miss him. And then Mary Magdalene would kind of channel him, so she could speak to him in her mind and see through his eyes. So she would tell them, it's like, oh, he's going, somewhere now, and he's doing this or that, or he's saying this or that. And then he would listen because they were extremely attuned to each other and extremely open to their connection. So they would talk to each other. Sometimes they would bilocate you, so they would have each other's light body with each other all the time. So they could even practice sacred sexuality together, if not in person, because that's just how it was. So I was remembering that when I was getting those flashes from my twin, and I'm like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, because also there's nothing to tell me that that's what's happening, right? I could just be being crazy here, because it's not the kind of thing that you just get a validation like that. But he still finds all kinds of way to validate what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling through many other people. So, and I was like, oh, that's what it is. It's the same kind of connection that Yeshua had with Mary. And I'm like, that makes more sense now. So I'm just as weird as we were back then. So it's fine.
What monuments? Like, do you know where he is?
Yeah.
Yep. Can my partner be my twin flame and another person's twin flame at the same time?
I wouldn't say no, because everything is possible.
Yeah.
For energy, there's no limits in you and your power,
What do you want to
yeah,
create?
and what you're creating together and all of that. So yes.
Yeah. Ooh, and what this I'm hearing about is having two energy
heart
chakras.
chakras.
Can I get some assurance that all my heart pings are heart activations and not because I'm eating too much full fat cheese?
You're too young to be feeling stuff happening
Right?
in your chest because you're eating
Too much
too much cheese. Sister, chill. I think my pendulum is cleansed enough, but I will continue to send the Heiki energy. It's not that it's not cleansed, it's just that it's getting used to your energy field, and you need to start thinking about it as just an extension of yourself, we'll say.
I had a physical manifestation of a twin flame that I would feel and see through. It was before I have ever heard of them.
Of
The
the
term
term.
twin flame, I just experienced it without knowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some powerful stuff, Suna.
Yeah.
To be experiencing without awareness. Sometimes I wonder if he is seeing through my eyes. That would be scary.
Oh my God.
As hell. Because he's just going through awakening and everything.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, because the higher self doesn't allow that to happen. But anyway. Love hearing you do as well. Any important message from my higher self? I just hear breathe, because that's such a personal question. So they say breathe and be.
We were able to confirm it because it was a physical relationship for several years.
Yeah, that's so interesting, and there's no limits to any of what we can create, right? It's just how much we allow ourselves to see that as truth.
Yeah. Is it loving to accept that all of our ancestors are source? I'd like to embrace my ancestors and all the traditions they had on Earth or anywhere else.
Yeah, just don't overwhelm your body is what I hear, because just bring one thing at a time, because there's a lot there, and I feel like a lot of us, we are doing it. We are bringing back so much of the quote unquote old technologies to Earth right now.
Did you watch the interview on spiritual freedom technique?
No.
I'll have my heart activations, either one or two of them, and eat my cheese in peace.
Yep.
Yes.
Just talk to your higher self. Just, you say, I'm the boss of this body. You
Yeah.
know, that's important too. It's okay to see each other. There's such a safety and feeling of home. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's how it feels like, Suna. And the more you open up to it, the more you feel like you're home. And I think that so many of us, we've been craving that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but for so many of us, Earth does not even feel like home. That's something that he had to tell me. He said, it's okay if I'm home to you. It's okay if I'm your home. Because I was feeling like, that's sexist or whatever, whatever label I was putting on it. He's like, it's fine if it is, because you're mine too. So why not, right? We keep limiting ourselves with old beliefs and old systems instead of just working with what works for us. But anyhow, guys, let's talk more about the twin flames next
Tuesday?
week. Yeah. It's going to be awesome.
On the 14th
Yeah.
at 7 p.m., not at 8.
Yeah.
7 p.m. London time.
And thank you. We got to go.
Yes.
It's been 2 hours.
Girl is hungry.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Love you. See you next Tuesday.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Tiers 2
and
up
up on Patreon.
on our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're going to channel the collective and also our twin flames. Maybe some trans channel is going to happen. We don't know. We are just flowing with it.
Winging it.
Yeah. So Dana Grosdanova is going to be
Yes.
co-channeling with us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So,
Yes.
And the last channeling that we did with her, I think it was last month.
It was last month.
Yeah, it's for all tiers on Patreon. So if you want to check that out.
It wasn't ask us anything also.
Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. So thank you very much, guys. Thank everyone that's here. Thank you, Paul. You really behaved.
Yeah.
You're a good boy.
So it's going to be a surprise channeling on Tuesday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just whatever
Everything's
comes. So thank you so much. I love you guys.
Thank
you for
you.
supporting us through another
Yes.
month on Patreon. And yeah, we have so much more planned ahead.
Oh, yes.
So
love you.
love you. Bye.
Bye.